Hi there, I'm Alina from UpKeep's product team, and in this video, I will be walking you through the updates we've made on the newly revamped settings page that will be available on beta soon. This update is primarily a facelift and is intended to help create a more intuitive and streamlined experience for all UpKeep admins. And as a note, functionality is generally the same compared to the legacy settings page. The main changes that you'll see stem from the organizational restructure. All right, so there are now three overarching sections in the left side nav bar here. You'll see Organization, Modules, and Advanced. Under Organization, you'll find your General Settings, Automation, and User Roles. Under General Settings, this is where you'll find your common user settings for language and region. In Automation, this is where you'll now find automated workflows. And before moving on to user roles, I did want to mention that users will now have the ability to set a due date for a work order, and that will live under the Then section, which you can find here. And this is where you can modify and set a due date. With user roles, this includes the exact functionality as roles in the legacy settings. All right, so in the new module section, this now includes specific related settings for the following object types. So this includes assets, parts and inventory, requests, work orders, and purchase orders. Under assets, you'll now find the fields tab for creating custom asset fields, now relocated here, and functionality has remained the same. With parts and inventory, this is where you can now enable parts with multiple inventory lines. And with requests, you'll now find the request form template for checklists, and that can all be modified here. And with work orders, this is pretty exciting. We now have some separate sections here. So first, in the general settings section, you'll find settings for just your overall modifications that need to be made for including labor costs in the total work order cost, notifying requesters of updates and starting work order number, as well as settings related to when a work order is created and when it's completed. In this configuration tab, this is where users can now have the option to modify creating and completing a work order page. All right, and now moving on to purchase orders. This is where you'll now find the ability to modify your purchase order start count. And lastly, you'll see the advanced section here, and this is where you can modify all settings related to APIs, authentication, integrations, as well as webhooks. And that's it for the settings page updates. Thank you so much for watching.